tutorial is to walk you through lab 6-3 on using for loops in Python code. Now you're going to start by doing a basic for loop by giving it values, and then you're going to use variations of the range function, such as range 5, which will print 5 values, and then range 1 through 5 to print a series of values within a range. And then you're going to use let the user control the number of iterations. So as you're walking through the steps, you're going to basically start by using this structure from step 3, and we're going to do a basic for loop, and then we're going to do the other 3 coding problems from lab 6-2. I'm going to paste that in there. Suppose we can modify the tabs as well. Now the basic for loop, that's the first few steps of the lab, and those are already structured for you or written for you, but code those and see how it works. And then what you're going to do is the second counter code. Now this just simply uses the range method. So you're going to do 4 seconds in range, and then you're going to supply the range of 1 to 61, so it'll print 1 through 60. And then inside of here you do your print statement, what it is that you want to display, which is seconds. Now the second portion calls for the accumulator code, and what we want to do here is to take in a number 5 iterations or 5 times and then accumulate it. So how this has to start is we have to create a variable for total, and we have to set it to 0. And this is similar to what we did in the Raptor or the flowchart by setting our variables to 0. So we'll do for counter in range, and then what we want it to do is run 5 iterations. Now inside of here we're going to take in a number, enter a number, and then what you're going to do is accumulate it. So that would be total equals total plus number. Now outside of the for loop, what you're going to do is simply print number. Now the average age code is similar to that, where you're going to start by taking average age and setting that to 0. And then in order to find the average, we have to total things up, so we're going to set that to 0 as well. Now what's different with this code when you look at the pseudo code is that the user can control it. So the user has to enter in how many numbers or ages they want to enter, which is stored in the number variable, and then your for loop is going to be for counter in range 0 to number. Then you take in the age, you accumulate it, and then outside of the for loop you display the values. So make sure you read the shaded areas of this lab and also walk through each step to complete this section.